Hello, Speed Gaming 3. Today we have a very hype and important matchup between Team Goodboys and Team Johnny B. Croake. From the Goodboys, we have the one and only, the two and only Sloters 27 and Intimity. And from Johnny B. Croake, we have Croakmeyer and French Lightning John. And this game is actually really important for both of these teams since right now in the playoff standings, these teams are vying for the wildcard spots. And there's quite a lot of teams still alive in the playoff race. So they actually both need a win. I would say Croake's in a slightly better spot. Trying to be Croake's currently at 7-5, Goodboys at 6-6. So Croake can probably take a loss, but Goodboys definitely need at least one victory this week, I'd say, to stay alive in the playoffs. And currently, we will be starting momentarily. I think just waiting on Sefi to come back, and we should be getting started right after that. Yep, it looks like they're readied up, and we should see that in just a few seconds. And just a reminder, we're on the final week, week 7 of the Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 3. So the logic will be both boss Rando and area Rando. So obviously really complicated, so this is a co-op week where the runners can communicate with each other to help them get through the seed, with the winner decided by average time between the two runners on each team. There we go. We have quite a few palette swaps. And Intinimi, also known as Sefi, with his classic blood red background there. And yeah, early game is still the same. We will see Morph Ball plus some unknown item down here in Retro Bryn. But ammo actually is a lot more interesting. We'll see what we find here at the minor item locations. First, Morph Ball, and its Charge Beam. That is actually really nice to see, I guess, for all of them. Just because the way Area Rando works, all the areas being shuffled, will often mean that ammo will not be that easy to come by, depending on how the rooms are laid out. So being able to just have that sense of security that ammo is never going to be hard required for the seed is nice for these runners. And of course, with they'll have to do the deboost to get the Morph Ball in the ceiling, which they all do. And we have Morph Balls and... Sorry, not Morph Ball. They have the Morph Ball. We have Missile and Power Bomb as our ammo locations. So they will be on the lookout for Supers. And Supers is actually a much more significant item for Area Rando, is because there are two portals to the right of the landing site, which is locked by supers. And actually, yeah, with the power bombs in hand, the runners do have the option to go meme route since there is another portal and or power bombs there. Will we see a meme route check? Because that is a lot more attractive with the additional power bombs in hand. Being able to use those for these side hoppers. And it looks like we will have John and Antinomy checking the meme route portal. Yeah, so I mean, I like this delegation of tasks from both players. And okay, red tower. Okay, well, dude, they don't have super, so that door is accessible, unfortunately, for Titami. But they do have. There's a bit of access they can reach here. There's a couple of portals, and they can, if they choose to, go down into the bottom of Red Tower. Floater's going to be the first to see 230, and it looks like we still don't have supers in view. Oh, and they find the other side, the left side of landing site. So, fortunately, it looks like just a loop right now through those couple of portals. Sephi's going to continue on, check the Terminator item, and finds the grapple beam. While Sloters is going to be the first to bomb Terizo. And just E-Tank, that's their first E-Tank. And we do see supers at the back of Gauntlet. That is good info for the Goodboys. Because those could be the only accessible supers right now. And we know that we have multiple power bomb packs, so that location is accessible, at least right now for Antinomy. Fortunately, Sloters only has 5 power bombs, so he will not be able to get those supers just yet. Fortunately, I missed what was at Spazer, but doesn't look like John picked it up. It might have been a reserve tank. Oh, you're right, yes. Yes, that is a green door. Good point. So yeah, I mean, yeah, none of the runners still with those super missiles. I mean, it looks like Sephi is going to be the first to get there because he does have enough power bombs to go through Gauntlet. Yeah, and Sloters taking reverse way, knows there's another pack of power bombs there. Ooh, and just a reserve tank at Gauntlet, but Sydney's still gonna pick it up. It's early enough in the seed where reserves are at least kind of useful. And Sloters, no doubt, is gonna head to Gauntlet as well for those supers. And there is the pickup for Antinomy. So that is going to unlock quite a lot of locations. He now has access to more items in the Wreck Tower, such as the Spazer Beam, and the two portals to the right of landing site. We're still kind of in the dark about major item locations, because these types of seed, I mean, Air Rando, you could have a early Heck Run Upper Norfair item check type of seed, or you can even have a convenient access to Green Brinstar. So we'll see what the seed decides to give them for this early progression. So John, also with the 10 PBs, is going to be able to go through Gauntlet, while Croake is probably going to have to take the long way, at least go all the way back down, back to Retro Bryn, since we did not find another PB back anywhere. Also, Timmy going to be using that grapple beam, putting it to good use, makes the moat much easier. Well, I mean, it is the intended way to get across the moat. And the moat portal will lead to, okay, this back to Red Tower. So we've got another loop here, since we've seen multiple entrances already to this Red Tower. There is another portal, though, above where they changed some of the tiles, or at least some of the map tiles for the area rando, so the areas are more accessible. Ooh, and Varia suit. That's a big pickup. I mean, it's something that all the runners will probably be able to get relatively soon, since there are multiple ways to get into Red Tower right now, accessible ways. I mean, interestingly enough, we still don't even have knowledge on where Norfair even is. So with this Varia suit, ooh, is he going to? Okay, yeah, he has grapple, so yeah, might as well also check this X-ray spot. And yeah, apologies if I'm, following one runner or focusing on one runner. It is definitely not easy to calm a 4-player race with this type of logic when there's so much divergence. So I'm mainly going to be looking at the runner that's, I mean, at least the first to a specific area. And Screw Attack at X-Ray, another good pickup. Definitely another item you'd want early in the seed. Croake's gonna finally get those power bombs. Oh, looks like he did find supers too. I did miss that. It might have been at Billy Mays, possibly? And meanwhile, Slaughter's, with the knowledge of his teammate, picking up the Varia suit, knows it's there. Pearl, I don't think we've seen this portal yet. Oh, and there it is. There's the Norfair portal. Okay, so that's definitely the next place that Sephi, is going to go to. Oh, and that's another connection. All right, so pretty much the whole map is a big loop right now. And Slaughter's knows exactly what to do. He's going to go back into the other Red Tower portal to grab his Varia suit at Spazer, and then follow Sephi into this business center checks. And it's just an E-Tank. So, with Varia suit, I mean, and Screw Attack even, Doing these Norfair checks will be pretty free. Not having to worry about the heated runs. They also have multiple warps to check over here. So again, the seed being quite transparent with what it wants the runners to do. I'd say right now, oh, they found, okay, Croake's found, on Croake's side, John finds the lower Norfair entrance. I don't believe Goodboys checked that portal yet. But that's going to be accessible to them as well. I would still, currently right now their loadout is not great. Obviously for lower Norfair, we still have Boss Rando, but if it's Ridley down there, they definitely want a couple more items and ammo for that fight. So yeah, I imagine that Antinomy, being the first on his team to reach this area, will probably just clear out Bubble Mountain now. Since, you know, those checks are going to be a lot more safer and, well, just easier with having Vari Suit. And meanwhile, John is able to pick up his Vari Suit and is definitely going to tell Croake about the item that he currently is, looks like he passed up. Meanwhile, John, he knows the screw is an X-ray, and it looks like he will go pick up that item. Again, it's early enough in the seed. Just having that knowledge, being able to pick it up means no damage for enemies, especially if a gravity-less lower Norfair is required by logic here. Since we do have access to lower. And actually, that's what Sloters is going to check right now, the portal. And the question is whether he's going to continue on, because, you know, this early, his seed is not very good. His ammo is not very good for a Ridley fight, or I mean, honestly, impossible. But it looks like he will continue, while Timmy finds the space jump, another good item to have early. And comboing very well with the screw attack item. Yeah, and Sloters will continue on here. Those supers you just picked up are nice. But if this boss down here is Ridley, it's a vanilla fight, this will likely not be enough locations to pick up enough ammo. He does have at least additional check here for major item in the Fire Fleas, which could be helpful also. Definitely is a rare situation where you actually really want to find Plasma Beam. Ooh, and there's an Ice Beam for an enemy. Good Bubble Mountain so far. Ice Beam makes turning faster and unlocks the forward access to bot wound if that is required, which is sometimes isn't in Boss Rando. Sloters is only going to find bombs, which definitely not useful, or not as useful given what we know about the seed. But he's going to continue down. I guess he's going to, yeah, taking a save, very smart. He can save scum this boss. While Sephi is... You see his Croake, so that door is unlocked. He can leave if he wants to. But, yeah, I would still choose to fight Croake here. It's pretty much a free fight. Or at least free checks here. And they're... you know, charge ice, not really the most powerful beam. Would like to find another beams to add some damage. And obviously still gravity. Gravity suit needed to be found this seed. And just an E-tank so far, behind Croque. So in the meantime, looks like Sloters has 30-10, which is definitely not enough for Ridley. Let me see if I can do a bit of math here. Yeah, that is not enough ammo. So both Ridley and Dragon. Well, no, he does have CF ammo for Dragon, so I think it's theoretically possible to get out. I definitely could be wrong on that. But we'll see what boss is over here in Lower Norfair. And meanwhile, Croque is also actually deciding to follow in the footsteps of Sloters, or is he leaving now? Okay, it looks like he decided to just leave after bombs, which I don't blame him. Ooh, and it's Dragon. Oh, you're right, yeah. He has Grapple Beam. So, yeah, it looks like Sloters will actually do this fight. Not a great fight either. With this ammo. But he does have the Grapple Beam, of course. So, should be able to have a good setup for the grapple kill. And yep, Croque, you know, we saw 2 E-tanks behind Croque. Once again, never bet on Croque in area rando. That's what I've learned in this type of this type of logic. And yeah, oh yeah, Sloters with only 1 E-tank. Oh, but he gets a really nice setup. Really nice setup from Sloters. Takes down Dragon. And you could even check this item behind Dragon too. Even though it's not really going to be anything. I mean, based on what they're looking for, the best it could be is, I guess, Speed Booster. Could be Speed Booster. Nope, just knee tank. And Sloters decides to just skip it. Yeah, gonna have to do the grapple escape setup and without even high jump. So not free by, well, not just free, but not a easy trick by any means. But gets, oh, he had it, but dropped the grapple jump last second. That's unfortunate. All right, setting up for it again, and he gets it this time. That's really, really good for Sloters. I mean, defeating a boss, especially the Lower Norfair boss, out of logic here is gonna save him quite a lot of time, because who knows where that gravity suit was going to be at. And meanwhile, Tinmi is just gonna be checking more portals for his teammates, since yep, Tinmi and Sloters are teammates, and finding, unfortunately, not a new area down here. It's just gonna be another connection to Red Tower. So yeah, Tinmi with a couple of options himself. If he feels confident enough, he could follow in Sloters' steps, clear out Lower Norfair, or kill Dragon. If he wants to do the escape, and it looks like he will just do that. Heading down into Lower Norfair. Yeah, in the meantime, Croque with not a lot of health, but has a good setup for the Metal Pirate kill. So right now, yeah, Goodboys definitely with a lead. The seed right now, not with a lot of options. So Team Croake is just kind of following the footsteps of what Goodboys are doing. But still anyone's game, I'd say. We're still on the lookout for the gravity suit, obviously. And quite a lot of other items and locations we just really haven't seen. We're still, I believe, haven't even seen the Bridstar area, as well as a wreck ship and any of Meridia. So Slaughter's, since he actually was the first to just take down Dragon, he's got options too, right? He knows from his partner where the Ice Beam and Space Jump are. Space Jump probably, I mean, not needed from what he's seen. But it looks like he might as well just go collect those. They're next to each other anyway, and Ice Beam, I was gonna say Ice Beam is really important. So, yeah, he's gonna just head over to Bubble Mountain. Ooh, Sephi, he ran out of supers. I did not notice where he used the last super on, so he's gonna have to go back up here. Ooh, and Croque taking a death. I did not see exactly where that was, but I assume he's saved down here in Lower Norfair. Yep. Yeah, but this is not a good spot for Enemy. He's gonna have to backtrack quite a distance to farm another super. And yeah, meanwhile, John was the first on his team to find Croque and will be very, very disappointed with Croque's offerings, unfortunately. And yeah, Screw Attack being really useful. I mean, you do not ever want to have no gravity suit and having to deal with those key hunters with not a lot of health here. And I don't know the exact... Yeah, okay, he does get a drop. Nice. I know those key hunters have a decent chance of dropping supers. So he will be able to head back down, and I mean he's definitely committing to it. So for sure planning on using the grapple kill and the grapple escape to get out of Dragon. And actually, Croque are going to be the first on his team to attempt this suitless Dragon fight as well. Dragon's going to do a lot of damage, so Croque, okay, looks like he does not want to go for the right side grapple kill. I don't blame him. That is a lot harder than the left side. Wow, I don't know whether we saw this location, the Norfair Reserve. Oh! Gravity suit! That's huge. Well, Sloters? Not checking it right now. That could be a miss for Goodboys if neither teammate decides to check that Norfair Reserve location. Instead, Sloters is going to at least first check the Croque portal, see where that leads. But yeah, with both suits in hand, at least right now for Croque, they're in virtual go mode. It's about as bad of a go mode as you can have. But I mean, at least for them, all they've got to do is find the other locations, the area rando locations for Wreck Ship and Craze Warehouse. So at least for but meanwhile, Croakmar is not in a good spot right now. Really low health, no ammo. So man, you never want to be using just plain charge shots versus Dragon. But in the worst case, all right, so he's gonna take a death. Not the biggest loss, but at least for their team, they know where the gravity suit is. So collecting that will make the Dragon fight pretty much free. And John is actually gonna find the Brinstar area. So we've got another hub here, and it's pretty likely that one of the portals from this Brinstar hub is going to have the Meridia. I mean, we still have 3 bosses to look for, so Meridia or the wreck ship slash crate warehouse bosses. So it looks like Croake is unfortunately going to backtrack. Again, it's some time loss, but he knows where gravity suit is. That's probably going to be his plan, to just go grab it while John clears more items here in the Brinstar area. And meanwhile, Antony going to be attempting his suitless Dragon fight. He's going to get the left side pattern. Ooh, but doesn't get gooped. Alright, he's not going to wait for the next cycle here. Just an E-tank at Edikuns, and John will pass on that. Ooh, and Sephi getting grabbed. It's going to take some damage here. Yep, he's going to wriggle out and wait another cycle. Yeah, never... I mean, at least I would never like doing this fight to do this. It's non-logic for a reason. There we go. Does he get the setup? He does. Kind of close, but nice kill by Antony. And now he's just going to have to do the grapple escape to get out of here. And John's going to check Wavegate and find the speed booster. Okay. Not an item that's, required, but a very nice item regardless. I mean, since that opens up the waterway location next to where he is. And nice first try for the grapple escape. So, right now, Sephi and Sloders are ahead in terms of bosses. But that, yeah, okay, so Sloders finding the other port of Lord Norfair. There's no point in going there. He's already cleared the boss. Or he's going back. Okay, so it looks like he wants to check GT. That's fair. I mean, this will be a bootless lava dive, which is non-logic and very difficult, but a great setup. Great setup by Sloders. I think he has it. And he does. Making things look easy, that's the Sloders way. But yeah, the Goodboys are currently in the lead in terms of bosses, but that gravity suit, I really hope for their sake that they remember that Norfair Reserve location. I mean, otherwise, considering where high jump boots could be, this could be rough for the Goodboys. Like, I know both these runners can do just suitless Meridia, depending on how much of that is required. Well, I mean, if they don't have gravity, but yeah, no high jump makes it virtually impossible. And yeah, unfortunately, I did not see. I don't think John picked up anything else at the charge beam or waterway location. Oh, he picked up the spacer. Okay, that's best beam has been found. Nice. But he's going back up. So if he... I'm not sure if he checked the if he checked the portals. Okay, he found... Okay, he finds that... Oh, yeah, this is where we were. he finds the Meridia portal, and now he has access to. He does have access to both the Mama Turtle and the Bot Wound fight, which he will do. And meanwhile, Sephi is doing the very rare backwards. He did the backwards amphitheater into checking GT. This is not something that's ever very friendly, since you have to take lots of damage there. And I'm a little confused here. I'm not sure whether GT, if chat could help me out, whether GT was checked. I5 from the Goodboys. Okay, GT's just reserve. All right. While John, meanwhile, finds the G5 or G4 opening, and I'm getting confused, or not confused, but unfortunately I misspoke about the Bot Wound. There was a portal in the way, so yeah, he doesn't have access to Bot Wound. It was just Mama Turtle, but he does have access to another portal up here at the top of Meridia. Okay, Sloters. Yes, please go that way. Please continue that way. Looks like he is heading at least toward, in the right direction, toward Bulb Mountain, and hopefully the North Fair. No! No Powerball! No, he's going down. Well, I am not exactly sure where Sloters is going. I don't remember where this portal led to. But it could be a possible location. I mean, I swear we've seen Croake's portal. I don't think it was a wrecked ship or anything significant like that. John, meanwhile, finding the other portal. All the Brinstar portals. And this is going to be useful. This is going to lead him to the wrecked ship, where he knows he has the... Yeah, this is not where you want to be. So this is kind of a dead end. Coming from the bottom way without gravity. Yeah, this is not very fun at all. But yeah, for John, this is going to lead him to the ship. Gravity gives him easy access here. And since we know it's Dragon at Lower Norfair, all three bosses will be... Well, I mean, considering they have pretty much every item, all bosses will be killable here. Yeah, I'm not sure what Sloters was trying to... It looks like he's still going to go for it. I don't know if whether Goodboys have seen how much of this Meridian Main Street area they've seen. But yeah, this is definitely not the way you want to go without gravity. That looks better for Sloters. I mean, also these wall jumps, never fun to do. Suitless, and the crap's gonna troll him there. Oh boy. And John finding Ridley at Fantoon's normal location. And not the best ammo. I don't know how much ammo he went in the fight with, but with enough power bombs should be able to not have to resort to too many charge shots. Currently the charge ice spazer combo is going to be a 100-shot fight on Ridley. So yeah, gonna save those 15 supers, and it looks like he already is in the second phase of the fight. So gonna blow those 15 supers on the left side pogo. And that should be down. I think John missed a couple of supers. Really kind of being a troll here. Should be down. Not quite yet. There we go. He's down. That's two bosses, or sorry, technically the first boss down, but they know where Dragon is. And just an E-Tank again. So still on the lookout for some... I'd say, high jump and Plasma would be the best 2 items to find right now for Team Croake. And yeah, this is okay. Antinomy, yes, he's now in the right place. No, he's going down too. Where are you going, Sephi? Is he gonna follow in Slaughter's shoes? Are they gonna race to see who can get through this portal first? Or get up this Meridia room? Yeah, unfortunately, since it was not a Fantoon, they still haven't killed Fantoon yet. Not really anything for John to do in the ship. It's gonna go to this left side wreck ship portal, since that was not seen yet. Oh, and it's the backside of Meridia. I don't think this is gonna be very useful, since they haven't killed Dragon yet. I think he can. I think there's that one portal. I mean, literally the portal where the good boys are at, where John can go to. But there's some. The locked doors are going to prevent at least John from accessing the Meridia boss. I mean, yeah, I don't. I feel like there's more of the map that good boys can access still, but we've got double ice crab ice freezing game going on here for the good boys. Okay, that's a good crab freeze. Just gotta keep that frozen. No, he falls down. It falls down. I'm not even paying attention to the right side now. Sloters is not doing so hot in health. Can't. I don't think he can take any more hits from the crab. Oh, and he does. So that's a death for Sloters. Honestly, I think that was a good thing that he took a death here. He's gonna respawn in Criteria. Yeah, it was a ship save. I don't think he's lost any items from the save. And Sephi is still going for this too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did miss this. Alright, yeah, thanks. The chat looks like they did correct me there. That because of the tube, you can access this area back to the aqueduct. Yeah. And obviously with both ice and speed, can reach Botwoon's room easily. So that is what John is doing currently in the Botwoon fight. And we know it's just either Kraid or Fantoon at the Meridia boss location. And there is Botwoon down for John. And Sloters is... And it looks like their good boys are both going to not commit. Where are they going? Okay, Tinby is going to the right place. Please go up. Please go up, Sephi. It looks like he is going to the right place. So it's not game over yet for good boys. That was a lot of time lost from their kind of running around and doing nothing. But I mean, the good news for both of them is that they were the first to kill Dragon out of logic. Yeah, and Sloters, he's turning around right away. Sephi is... I can imagine the comms between each other right now. With that gravity suit find. I mean, they know what to do. It's gonna be to head into Meridia and slash wreck ship and take down the boss. But yeah, like given that Lower Norfair, the location is always kind of in a dead end, like maybe not as much in area rando. Being able to take down Dragon early right now, or I should say the Lower Norfair boss, is gonna help a lot with the routing. Because for example, Croque went there and had to turn around, and meanwhile he just took down Dragon, but that's a big time sink, having to go back for the gravity suit and then come back. So, ooh, and high jump boost has been found. That's pretty good. Not needed, but obviously always an item you're happy to see. So, it's still anyone's game. We know Sloters has the best movement, like comparatively, out of these 4 players. But right now, John is the most ahead in terms of the boss progression. So yeah, we will have to see where how these runners converge. Once it's really going to be just how fast they take down the bosses. And for Goodboys, they're going to have to spend some time with these checks and finding the portals to the remaining bosses they need to take down. John took down Ridley in the wreck ship, finding the wreck ship portal, which led him to the Meridia portal. And then he found Kraid. We just found Kraid at the Meridia boss location, which means Fantoon will be at Kraid's warehouse. Oh, and Croake took a death. That's gotta sting. I don't know how much progress he's lost. Yeah, I don't know how much progress he lost and whether he saved after... Okay, it looks like he didn't save after Dragon. That's unfortunate. Oh man, that's actually a kind of a rough loss for Croake, because keep in mind that and Slowers is still I mean, I don't think you have to freeze the crabs here with that space jump. Alright, there we go. But I mean, given that Goodboys are now also in at least, go mode in terms of items, there's not a whole lot that they have to still, figure out besides, just the area rando itself. So any time loss for Croake is going to be quite costly here. Sephi sees the his namesake beam, and we all know how he feels about that one. I'm not gonna pick it up. So yeah, both Goodboys are... Yes, I guess in terms of... Oh wait, he does pick it up. Wow, I am surprised, honestly a little disappointed that he did this. What are you doing, Sephi? But yeah, right now, Goodboys are both... It looks like they're both around the same... They're in the same situation. In the same room. While John is the most... He's the furthest ahead in terms of the location-wise. But Croake is lagging behind. Since Croake is still... He has not taken on any bosses, so... Again, I mean, I can't call this race by any means right now. But the Goodboys, again, do have the advantage, actually, of being furthest enough in the game and being go mode so that they don't have to make too many detours to check locations. Yeah, and Sephi did already find... we found Meridia, at least the Main Street area. Again, I don't exactly remember... Oh yeah, this is G4. Okay, yeah, so they're gonna find G4. That's really good knowledge to know too, knowing where to go. Fortunately, I've done that too. Supering a portal door when you don't have to do that anymore. So, Sephi gonna relay that information, while Sloters, meanwhile, has found his wreck ship access. That's where Sephi's gonna go right away for that Ridley fight. Although in terms of ammo, definitely still not great. Like, for example, Seffi's only got 2010. That's not going to be enough ammo for Ridley, so he's going to have to spend some time with charge shots there. I'm not sure where John is going, because he's already been here and taken down the boss. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure why he's in this place again. I mean, he's gonna take the same area exit. It could be just he could have just found a portal to a place he didn't want to go to. I thought this would be the fastest way to get back on track. And Sloders is going to be the first to find the wrecked ship boss, which is Ridley, of course. And again, not a free fight here. He's taking quite a lot of damage. And Charge Ice Phaser, not the greatest beam combo. He's going to need many of these shots before Ridley changes color here. Ooh, Croake, no! He has the gravity, but just not enough health to get through that room. Reverse Amphitheater, never a thing you want to resort to. I'm not sure why he wanted to go back that route. I think it's possible that he wanted to check the Screw Attack item location. But yeah, this is a quite a lot of time loss. I mean, Croake should just honestly follow. I mean, he has the knowledge of what John has done. So he should just find the easy way out and at least go clear some more bosses and catch up to his partner. Oh, Sloders. Reserve tank popped. Okay, he can only take, I believe, one more hit from Ridley. Okay, there it is. Ridley has changed color. So, he's pretty much at the point where he can start firing supers. Oh, there's a one hit. There's the one hit. Sloders. Sloders. Oh, John has... No, Sloders! No! I'm assuming he saved. Assuming he saved. Sloders, where are you? No, this is the worst time for your internet to lag. But as I was about to say, John did find Kraid's room. We know this is the final boss. It is, a Fantoon. So... Oh... Wait, where... Oh no. I don't think Sloders saved. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the gravity suit equipped again. Wow, this has got to be one of the craziest games I've ever seen. I mean, all the runners are in completely different areas of progression, like areas of the map. We've seen deaths from, I think at this point, every runner on this race. I mean, the one good thing I can say is that both teams have all the knowledge they need, so it's really just up to being able to clear these bosses and rooms in the most optimal way. And John has taken down Fantoon, while Seffi is about to take down Kraid. There we go. And Seffi, unfortunately, having an internet pause there as well. Not the greatest internet performance, I'd say, from the Goodboys, which is not their fault. Let's blame the internet providers. Yes, yes, exactly. Ooh, that's really nice for Croak. John's ammo was already pretty good, but Plasma Beam, you will take that any day over the Spazer Beam. That will make the Mother Brain fight a lot faster. I mean, we can say that at this point, John is definitely in the driver's seat. He knows he's cleared 3 of the 4 bosses. He knows exactly where the last one is. All he needs to do is take down Dragon and make his way back up to Meridian Main Street, where we know the G4 portal is. Yeah, as we're making a good point, the location of the plasma. Well, yeah. So I mean, it's helping everyone, right? Obviously, it helps. You know, Croak in the sense of, all right, they have it, and they know where plasma is. But if Goodboys do make the check, which I wouldn't say is guaranteed, given that Parade, I believe, is their last boss. But if they do check it, Plasma Beam will make their own fights a lot faster. And Tinmi checking Sandpit. I don't think his team saw it yet, and that was just an E-Tank, unfortunately. And the Sloters finally, Winner has re-picked up his gravity suit, and it's probably on the way back toward, I imagine, Ridley. Or you could fight Croake first. I don't think it's a big difference in terms of their locations. I imagine I'd rather fight Raid before Ridley. And yep, yeah. This is important. Yeah, because it wasn't vanilla, this location was open up first. So Sephi will check that out of convenience, and looks like everybody will be picking up the Plasma Beam today, which is nice for their Mother Brain fights. And for John as well, the items he's missing are by no means required or even that useful, so can't see him making any more checks. He's just gonna beeline it to Lower North, back to the Lower North, for which at this point I can't even say. I don't even know the fastest route to get there, but I'm gonna assume that John is taking the best way. Yeah, so Slowers, unfortunately, he's also gonna have to. He definitely wants the speed. We know speed is there, so he's gonna grab that. Now Spazer, probably not, since he now knows where the plasma beam is located. Meanwhile, Tinami should be, done with Fantoon. That's his 3rd fight, and just the backtrack left to Wreck Ship and the Ridley fight for him. So actually, both John and Sephi need one boss. I feel like Sephi could actually be in a lead here, because I believe Ridley was closer to G4 than Dragon was. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's going to be close between the 2 bottom runners, but I think the 2 top runners is definitely is what's going to decide this race here. Yeah, not a good. Okay, this is not a good showing for Team ISP today. I'm gonna shout out the trackers, Cheaty and Scupula. I know they've constantly had to switch the audio between these runners, so thank you to the both of you. This is on top of the track. This has not been a very easy experience for the two of you. And it looks like Sliters will reattempt the Ridley fight. Ammo looking a lot better though, so this should not be a problem. Did not choose to pick up the Spacer though, so highly doubt he will resort to any charge shots. Will probably just be using some power bomb hits for supplemental damage. Of course, this fight also not nice, or the power bomb's not very nice when you don't have high jump. But looks like Sliters is having some good setup so far, albeit having to tank some hits. That's true. That's a good point. ISP is also well, not a legal beam combo, but it is the beams that the bottom two racers have. Alright, Sloters. Looking better. He has all the super missiles he needs, as long as he does not miss any. And there is Ridley down for Sloters. Okay, looks like chat is helping me check Sephi's stream in the meantime. Apparently Sephi is on his final boss right now. And while John's stream, or his ISP decides to tank as well, taking this forward route is unfortunately... Okay, now he's in worse room. He would have preferred to find the back portal to get to Dragon in Lower Norfair, but, I mean, I assume maybe he either couldn't exactly keep track of the fastest way, or this was... Finding this forward portal was faster than finding the back portal. So with Sloters, he still has his two bosses to take down. Yeah, I don't even know what was the left side of Aqueduct, but we'll have to take the long way, as well as Horkamaru, to get to the Meridia boss, which we know is Kraid. Although it looks like either Croake decided not to fight, or just hasn't checked the ship location. So Sloters at least with a boss lead right now. as the top runners head into their Meridia boss fights. Also, good news that they taking the back door much more accessible and fast since they both cleared Dragon first. Well, John, he has finally reached Dragon fight. That would be his final boss. I mean, I'm assuming, seriously speaking, I'm assuming that Sephi has already cleared Ridley. So I would guess that Sephi's actually got a slight lead in the bottom race, given he didn't take a death. I mean, sorry, in the head-to-head. And considering that Sloters is a boss up, I mean, he's got to have the edge over Croake as well. So even with all the kind of craziness that's happened in this race, I think it's a Goodboys race to lose, at least for now. Okay, it looks like Sephi has reached G4 already. That is definitely good news for Goodboys. Alright, okay, Sephi is indeed at G4. That was an interesting way to see that speed booster run. I'm liking the wide Troid. Very relevant with those wide walking memes. Sephi, and already in the first Metroid room. So he's actually, considering where John is, is gonna have to go quite a distance to get to the G4 portal, which we know is in Meridia. So yeah, quite pretty solid lead for Sephi versus John. And as we said before, that Sloters has a boss lead over Croake still. So he's got the edge in the top head-to-head as well. And I just said head-to-head, it's more of just the top two racers are comparatively in similar situations, while the bottom two are also in gonna finish around the same time. Oh yeah, and there's the beautiful Sephi Troid on Tinami's stream. I have a love-hate relationship. Actually, no. I think I just have to say I'm not a fan of the look. I don't know why you had to put 4 iterations of the face on the Metroid. A really nice baby skip, by the way, and without wave beam. Quite trickier than the normal skip, which is already very, very hard. And Sephi trying to get the speed skip. Really nice charge. Really nice charge. And he gets it second try. And already heading over to Mother Brain, which actually he needs to be a little bit careful. That's not a lot of ammo. Yep, gonna use those super missiles first. Smart play. And he is through to Mother Brain 2 phase. Ooh, John is... Okay, John, unfortunately, I feel like he's a little bit lost, because he's taken out all 4 bosses, but not finding the right connections to get to the Meridian Main Street area. So Sloters, meanwhile, has also taken down all 4 bosses, and at least right now, it looks like he's in a much closer place. This is not the exact same location as we know where it is. It's the left side of the aqueduct door, but I believe Sloters is closer to G4 now than a John. Sorry. Meanwhile, Croake, unfortunately, I think he was off by like 1 or 2 missiles in his Phantoon fight, so had to sit through that and Rage Phantoon phase. Yeah, unfortunately, 1 missile off. That's never something you like to go through when racing. Okay, John found the right portal. Yeah, he's in the right place now. Yeah, that makes sense. I got the areas confused again, as usual. Yeah, this is the left side of the main street that connects to G4. So John will be at least ahead of Sloters in that sense. But the problem for Team Croake, because since Sephi is through, he's already past Mother Brain 2, is that Croakermeyer is going to have to take down Sloters, or be faster than Sloters, for Croake to still have a chance. Otherwise, Goodboys will take this match here. Good riddance to the Sephi Metroid. I do not miss you. This is game 1 of their match between Goodboys and Croake, Team Croake. Flores, meanwhile, is he backtracking? I thought he was just here. He might be having a bit of trouble finding the right area for the G4 portal. Oh, the same Pacific Hook? Okay. Never mind then. Just assume I'm wrong. And meanwhile, Sephi is going to be in escape. Looks like he's going to be first to finish out of the 4. With a pretty good time, all things considered. This was a kind of a strange seed. Nice recovery, though. I mean, at least right now for the Goodboys, after missing on that gravity suit for quite a while. Nice behemoth spark. And Sephi is going to be the first to finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 5 seconds. GG, Sephi. John is about to start his Mother Brain fight, and Sloters did find it is through to Turing. So yeah, Goodboys in a really good spot right now. Ooh, it looks like a nice down back by John with that ice clip. But yeah, assuming that Sloters' Turian is about as clean as it gets. So, assuming that Sloters somehow does not take a death without a save here, Goodboys is set to win this match in this lineup today. There's also going for that waveless baby skip. Has a good setup, and he gets it as well. Both sides of the Goodboys getting, both members of Goodboys getting that baby skips. Very well done by them. And also going to be throwing these, speed set skip. He tried, but just a little bit short on that charge. And yeah, might as well go for the ice skip over killing the Zebs. Turns off the screw attack for it though. And he is through. And Slaughter's with not the most energy, and doesn't look like he saved either, so giving me a bit of nervousness here, but I'm assuming he's going to be able to at least avoid the catch-ups in this Mother Brain fight. He, I believe, doesn't have more than one reserve tank, so can't take a catch-up here. Of course, having the Plasma Beam makes it nice. A pretty fast fight, just 30 shots. And of course, as that happens, Slaughter's ISP decides to be a troll yet again. And yeah, I don't know if anyone in chats saw where the remaining items were. I believe we didn't see Wave Beam, Spring Ball, or X-Ray. Slaughter's? We're good. Alright, Slaughter's is good. With just 29 energy to spare. And John, meanwhile, has begun his escape. He will be finishing momentarily, first on his team. And Slaughter's will be pretty soon, pretty soon after John. So, I mean, I think the biggest unfortunate thing for Croake were those couple of early deaths he took. Because I know he was also trying to take down Dragon, but was unable to. So, that time loss did end up costing him. Having to go all the way back for the gravity suit before going back down. Ooh. Zenny Spark from John. And he's gonna just go for the backup there. Yeah, that's chat pointing out Slaughter's a take a death also, but I think what I've at least because unfortunately I didn't commentate too much on Croake's run. That early game was like I said pretty rough for him. So even with Slaughter's death, the knowledge that the team had kind of mitigated enough to where Slaughter's like I said has amazing movement. One of the best in the league, so he was able to make up some really good time there on the rest of the players. And yeah, meanwhile, John finished with a time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 12 seconds. So GG John. Gonna be the first finish on his team, but unfortunately, not gonna be enough in this case, as Slaughter's is already in the escape. and we'll be finishing very shortly. And Sloters is going to finish with an official time of 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 3 seconds. GG Sloters and GG the Good Boys. They are going to take this match, a really much needed win for them. That's going to put both teams at 7 and 6. And like I said, a very tight playoff race right now. Good Boys still, again, I don't know if they're guaranteed, but they're in a tougher spot, at least in the division, just because they're not currently in second place. So they are likely going to have to qualify through the wild card into the playoffs. A really nice win for the Good Boys, and like I said, great recovery after those early suitless crab shenanigans. Oh, it looks like Wavebeam was also at Shack Tool. That's not surprising at all. And we'll also see whether the Good Boys will decide to come here for an interview, since they have both finished now. Krokemeyer is going to be the last to be on his way to G4, which is nice. He's taking down all 4 bosses as well. And we're now joined by Team Good Boys. GG to both of you.
GG.
Yeah, it's a G. It's one hard G right there. Oh my goodness.
What part of the good game are you
Just the game part.
referencing? Ah, okay.
It was on me. I killed Sloters. Let's just get it out of the way. I annihilated him. I set him up for failure.
Steffi said, "You know what? I remember what you did in week 1, Sloters, and now it's my turn." Okay.
Yeah. So I guess the only thing that felt really, because we felt really far behind. Obviously, you saw 1000 IQ strats. Us trying to like crab climb up the Meridia crab thing, whatever, and that wasn't the way to go.
Yeah, I'm just guessing that at least in your minds, that was the only like location to go to in terms of portals.
Yeah, like we have the tracker up, so we saw there's nothing else. So I don't know. I was hoping it would be easier to like do what we were trying to do, and we could just like, whatever we skipped wouldn't matter. But then I started like thinking about it, and I asked him, oh, like, did you check Norfair Reserve? He's like, oh no,
Yeah.
because he was ahead of me like most
Yeah.
of the time, so he was kind of like saying, hey, go here, don't go here. And I don't remember him like saying anything about that spot, so that's how we figured it out.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys did, because I mean, sure it feels bad, but I think it's really important to be able to kind of like bring it back and regroup after making a like a initial mistake. So it's pretty impressive to see both of you. I mean, even you, Sloters, ended up coming really close, really close behind John. So and pretty decisive victory, all things considered. That's Croake taking out the fish. That was rude.
So did they like have some trouble, or like they have some deaths, or like what's the story with?
I mean,
John
I
and
feel
Croake?
like everyone took deaths, but I know. So John was I think the farthest. Like, he found all the bosses first, but you guys had a big advantage in being able to clear that Dragon location in Lower Norfair, while John, I think, just skipped it, left it for later, and Crocomire attempted it, but took a couple deaths. So they both had to waste time going back for gravity. I think just the routing by you two was a cleaner too. You two were in around the same areas and making good branching decisions to just check the portals, while Croake and John were pretty far split for, I think, most of the race.
Yeah, we're trying to think of like why they weren't done yet when we like weren't done, and like one thing I thought of was maybe like similar Ridley situation, like they just didn't have, like, charge was so early they might have like skipped a lot of minors and had like deaths there. But then we also thought like, well, maybe they didn't do like the early Dragon like we did, so they're having to like do backtrack like all the way there. But I don't know if Dragon was super far away. I minimized the map, but I don't know if like Dragon was too far out of the way, like once you find gravity. But yeah, we were both like pretty shocked that it turned out okay for us.
Because I could have sworn that wasn't Dragon pretty much kind of like right next door gravity.
I'll pull up.
Because it wasn't upper Norfair.
I would
and
say
I felt
next
like
door for sure, because I think you had to go through at least a few areas.
Yeah.
From the back door, Lower Norfair, and the Bubble Mountain area.
From Norfair, you could either go to Gravitron, which takes you into Red Bryn Star, and then you can take one of the portals right there to Lower Norfair, or it's one of the Criteria ones, so like right at the start. So it isn't too out of the way, but I mean, I guess depending on how well you're tracking, or like if you're tracking at all, it might be like easy to kind of not go there right away, and then you end up having to like run all the way back,
Yeah, I guess in my mind it just felt like just the back door into Lower Norfair and gravity being much more closer. But I obviously had that completely wrong. It just felt like it was more, because I know that I'm pretty sure I found all of Bubble Mountain except gravity before killing Dragon, right?
Yeah, you did. You literally did the right side checks and then went straight, left the area, because I mean, it was already, what was it? Both, I think, Space Jump and Ice Beam. So Bubble Mountain was already stacked with just those two checks.
Yeah, that's why I led to believe, like, if I skipped if I skipped gravity and I had access to all of that super early on before the Dragon fight, I was thinking like, what could possibly send them like elsewhere? Like, what could they have done? Obviously, like, we'll see like when we watch it back, but that's I was just like really confused and just lost in general after that happened. after Sloters remembered, like he reminded me, did you check Upper North Reserve? I was like, yes, in like 5 minutes from now.
Yeah, I don't exactly remember what John did. I mean, John had a relatively clean game, but I think just the sheer, I think the areas were kind of randomized in an awkward way. Like I know that, what is it? You have to walk all the way up Meridian up the elevator and then go all the way back down like Forgotten Highway to the same portal to reach like Main Street, something like that. So there's a lot of travel. I think John just had to go through a lot more rooms.
Hmm.
And I know he did the bosses in a different order than you guys. So it might have just kind of added up enough to give Yusefi the lead in that regard. And Croake for sure took the most deaths, so he had the most rough run, I'd say.
That's yeah. I mean, this one was kind of odd. I don't know. Dragon being there early, like Sloters took the risk and killed Dragon pretty clean. I would figure. I would imagine. But I feel like the only reason, like I say, that I killed Sloters is because with us, not having gravity until the time that we did, which was like almost 40 minutes in, I felt like that alone made us try to play a little bit more riskier. And I, with as a result, like I also didn't have enough ammo to kill Ridley then and there. So I said, I don't have the ammo to do this right now. So I said, just go ahead and like try to scout out, the rest of the rooms, run past Wreck Ship and keep going. And see if you can just take care of like all the other bosses. You're gonna have to come back anyway because G4 was
Yeah,
at the bottom of
in that
the
area. Yeah.
But pretty much like that all that riskiness and me not picking up minor items because I was playing the CFB way. I think that might have helped a little with the urgency, but at the same time, again, it's just it made us feel like we had to really try our best to execute in risky situations like Ridley. Even though, like Sloters, you said that you felt fine, right? It's just Ridley.
Yeah, I had like I felt super comfy for that fight, but like I was just having a terrible fight. I was trying to like turn him around multiple times and he just wasn't having it, so I took a lot of hits like from that and then like falling in the acid. And then like the hit that killed me was like a really weird pogo, like he just did it way faster than I was expecting. And like I could have played the fight safer, like I was definitely like tanking hits, but like I've done a lot sketchier Ridley fights, so like I wasn't worried until, it started really going south with trying to turn him around and stuff. But I'll say like now that I'm like thinking about it, missing or forgetting about the Norfair Reserve item, like I feel like that's really easy to do in this because if you go over and you do like speed and wave first, which is like understandable, and then you go into that portal over there, if you get down like like a rabbit hole of like finding a bunch of areas and stuff and doing stuff, like you might totally forget like you did that right. I know Croc was down that way, so you were like down there for a while, like doing checks and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I mean that's totally understandable. Like by the time you got back there, like just forgetting about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much like you get sidetracked because, especially, see, always I hate Croc. Honestly, it didn't even pay.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say Croc has not paid off in Area Rando for whatever reason. I've like almost never seen anything there this week.
Yeah, that's just how they ended up being. But lesson learned, trust me.
I mean, this has happened multiple times as well. Like, people have been forgetting or at least not checking locations. I've already seen, for example, like Waterway just be skipped over in a race, and I think like Gravity was there or something. Either a suit was there, and that cost one of the teams the race.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty heavy. Wow. Well, yeah, I don't know. This one's gonna be hard to watch because that's all I know.
I mean, it was fun. I don't think anyone was Chad was having fun, that's for sure. So
But because it
at your
hurts me,
expense, I guess.
yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine.
I mean, it's kind of how these seeds are kind of interesting. The ones where what was it? Like wreck ship, even boss random here is like wreck ship will often just be useless, but also the seed was like Green Hill, like Brinstar was late too. So kind of happens with these seeds, where people will often take deaths because of that. And Krokemire is finishing up also. GG Krokemire with the time of 1 hour 33 minutes and 26 seconds.
GG. I gotta say, these area randos. I actually like them a lot. I think what I don't like is I mean I haven't really like played a lot of them without tracking. Most of my experience has been doing Multitroid with them actually with Cheaty. But once I got used to using the tracker, they are a lot of fun. But having to like needing the tracker to do well in these is kind of like a bad thing. I think. Like I without the tracker, I would get so lost. But I think it's pretty fun. Like once you have all the portals or like most of the portals on there, and trying to like figure out the most efficient way to, go to the rest of the bosses or check like whatever rest of the items you need to check. It's definitely a lot of fun, and also with like a partner doing co-op, that just exponentially makes it a lot better too.
Yeah, that's why I think in one of the races I did commentary for, I ended up mentioning that, I feel like the runners definitely have fun being able to do co-op in a competitive setting. I don't know about I mean, you can have fun doing co-op as well, just casually, just like hanging out with whoever you want to, doing Multitroid, whatever. But I think like for those that are competitive, I feel like it definitely brings out a different energy. Because I know I find it pretty. I'd have to find it in me to try to do some casual Multitroid and like casual co-op stuff, but I think like a tournament with co-op would be a bunch of fun because obviously like the viewers enjoy it too. The runners have a blast. Like all of that just feels kind of nice. Just like a different sort of pressure that we enjoy putting ourselves under, and I think it's good to kind of share that with like teammates or something.
Yeah, I personally think the co-op has been a good addition. Like having teams and having co-op races. I mean, I think it's even more interesting to see it in the settings for this week, the area and boss rando, than like the route rando, for example, just because like mini seeds are going to be tough to figure out, and by no means like I think route rando more of like a tree, like branches, but it's just easy to just backtrack. But for area rando, it's a lot less trivial to, yeah, as you said, like find the optimal routing for everything. So I think the co-op, like not just the play itself, but like the co-op delegating tasks between two views is actually really, really important for this type of logic. And I think personally that you two handled it a little bit better than Team Croake did, which contributed to your win.
Yeah, well, shout out to Stoders for keeping me in check.
Yeah, yeah.
So I definitely ran rampant that one. Yeah, thank you, Plumps, also for commentary. Thank you to Croake and to John for the race. Got another one with the same team tomorrow. So
Yeah, and make sure, obviously, to follow these runners. These are 4 great runners and people, personalities in the random community. And big thank you to my trackers, Scupula and Cheaty Face, as usual, doing excellent job of tracking, but especially today, defeating the true final boss, which was Team ISP. They were out in full force today for, I think, all the runners. I think that's pretty much going to do it. There's another race going on right now, actually, on the main Speed Gaming channel. I think, yeah, that's it for the races today. We have, as the weekend comes up, we have a lot more races with this very interesting area and boss Rando. So I hope to see you guys there, and thanks for watching.
yeah, shout outs to the weekend. That's how we felt. All right, cool. Later.